Welcome, wrestling friends, to another edition of Smarknado. I'm your host, Eric Druckman. With me, as always, the Danaconda, Dan Cesnit. Dan, what is that headwear you're wearing?
That is a headband. I'm a pirate now, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. All right. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Easy deathmatch truck.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe we can get into that after the primary focus of the show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But of course, we're here to talk about Forbidden Door. Tomorrow we have our big football episode. Originally, we weren't going to do a wrestling show this week, but hey, we saw Forbidden Door. Let's just talk about it. It was basically the start of the weekend. Dan, how about you take it away?
Oh, I'm taking it away. All right, so give me a second here. I wasn't prepared. I'm not prepared.
Well, I can take it away.
Go ahead.
All right, so 0 Hour began. Did you watch any 0 Hour?
I haven't. I'm gonna go back and watch it because I want to see the War Dogs versus the Ops. But no, I did not watch it because I didn't watch the show live at all.
Yeah, I also want to see that match. I didn't really get to see that. I did see Gates of Agony and Ricochet against Jet Speed and Michael Oku.
I did not see that either. I didn't, like I said, I didn't watch any of it, but I do plan on going back to watch it. Just because I know it's a pretty good, series of matches that they had on that show.
I'll tell you what, man. Also, I really want to find a way to watch the Rev Pro show that happened during this weekend too, because they had a lot of really good dream matches, including Michael Oku versus Leon Slater.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. I don't know how to watch Rev Pro, which is unfortunate because I know Rev Pro is a pretty solid promotion. Let's find a way.
They have an on-demand service. If all else fails and we have to shell out $10 for a month of Rev Pro,
worth it. Absolutely worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we are essentially going to skip over 0 Hour because we didn't really get a chance to see it. But the opening contest was the reuniting Edge and Christian, now known as Cope and Cage.
Coming in hot with that one.
Yeah. And they faced Kill Switch, no longer Luchasaurus. Sucks. I think he's going to go back eventually. And Kip Sabian.
Seems like it. The crowd was chanting Luchasaurus the whole time, and he was into it, and he's back to the green. So I think he's probably going to be Luchasaurus again.
I hope so.
The fucking crowd loves him. I don't think he can be a heel for too long.
This is the perfect way to start the show because it certainly, I watched it with Drew. It got us very excited. We were really, and you know what the funny thing about this is? It's like the coolest WWE storyline is happening in AEW. Because like it's two WWE like career guys that are finally reuniting with each other, and we're having it on the best wrestling product.
We could get a really sick run out of them. I mean, if the tag division, the tag division is good, it's just not booked well. It's stocked, it's just not booked particularly well. I definitely think that we could get one of their best runs out of them.
I think so too, and I think that the roster is chomping at the bit to work with them too. Yeah. But yeah, this was a good match. I think everyone expected a win here from Cope and Cage, and it's exactly what we got. And on to FTR, which looks like the titles are not going to be involved in that feud,
which is okay.
It is okay. It doesn't necessarily need belts.
It does not.
Yeah,
it does not. It has enough personal implications that they're doing a really good job, or they can do a really good job without it.
Out of this match, I do actually want to give Kip Sabian his flowers. I think he did a really good job working with both of those guys, and of course, Luchasaurus looked great. But yeah, again, Kip Sabian, he doesn't really get these opportunities ever. I felt good for him that he actually got to wrestle in front of his home crowd on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think it was a fun match. It was a really good opener. Cope coming out for the opening, bell is always smart because it's going to pop that crowd. I mean, the crowd's going to pop no matter what, but that's a big one.
Yeah, absolutely. And then next, we thought would be one of the matches of the night. Kyle Fletcher defended the TNT Championship against Hiromu Takahashi. This was definitely a great match. I wouldn't say it was the match of the night, but I enjoyed every minute of it. I think that Hiromu showed that he belongs among all the guys in AEW. This was just a really great Kyle Fletcher matchup that we're used to seeing with a lot of like counters and finishers, and he finally won with the brain buster. And yeah, Fletcher should continue a dominant TNT championship run.
Yeah, I don't see why he's not going to. He's, unless he falls out with the Don Callis family somehow, I don't think he's going to have a short-lived run. And yeah. I think this is priming him for an eventual world title run.
Yeah. I agree with that. This is definitely the test run for that. And he looks the part. He is the part. Yeah, Kyle Fletcher is the future, and, everyone can really see it right now.
Absolutely.
But again, I want to see Hiromu on AEW television more, and I hope this is the start to that.
I don't see why not, Again, there's a lot of matches to be had with him. Collision is always good for really good wrestling, and if you want a really good wrestling, bring him into the fold, once a month or so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he was that on Collision. He teamed up with Skyflight in the tag team match against the Don Callis family. That was good.
Yeah. So I have a confession to make. I'm watching the match that changed your view on deathmatch wrestling in the background here. So we will chat about that at the end of the Forbidden Door.
Okay. All right. Well, if you trash it, my argument's automatically going to be, well, you didn't really give your full attention to the match.
I didn't. Well, I watched the first half of it or so before we jumped on here, but now I'm seeing a little bit more. This is some wild shit, bro. I don't know that it's going to change me like it changed you or anything, but I think it's definitely. I like what Bear Bronson's doing.
Dude, I would say it's the series of matches that Bear Bronson has had in the deathmatch realm that has really changed me. I think he is someone. Yeah, if I ever meet him, I'm going to be like, dude, I hated death matches until I start watching your shit. I'm a mark now. I'm a mark for Bear Bronson.
You are a full-blown mark, but let's continue with the Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you interrupted with.
I did. I had to admit. Well, they just went through the barbed wire fucking platform on the ground. Just as I had brought it up. So,
whew. All right, quite the departure from deathmatch. TBS Championship 4-way match. Mercedes Moné defended against Bozilla from Germany. Found out her father is Ulf Herman, who has made appearances in ECW in the past. I thought that was pretty cool. Alex Windsor and Persephone from CMLL.
Not that I don't think that she deserved this, but I was shocked at how much of the match Bozilla dominated.
She's a big girl, man.
And she's good. She's really good.
Yeah.
I thought this match exceeded expectations for me. I would have liked to see Windsor win still, but boy, if it didn't, as I said, exceed expectations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too. I agree with you. I think it was primarily a showcase for Bozilla, showing off what she is capable of. Stardom just really has a special way of developing international talent.
Yeah, I mean, they said she's only been in the business for 3.5 years. That's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy work to think that she's that young. I mean, gifted and has been around the business, her whole life. But damn.
Yeah. This is a result that didn't really surprise me. And,
No, I was just pulling for Alex Windsor. That's what I wanted to see.
Yep. All right, IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Zack Sabre Jr. defended against Nigel McGuinness. This was the match that I personally was looking forward to the most.
I would agree with you there.
Yeah. This is Nigel McGuinness is someone that I grew up just borderline idolizing, and then Zack Sabre Jr. I think is just a continuation of that British style. And these are two guys that just kind of transcended British wrestling. You're going to have them fight for the richest prize in Japanese wrestling. That's a pretty powerful sentence right there.
Can I say something that might upset you?
Yeah.
I think that they left some meat on the bone. I think this match could have been better. I loved it.
I see where you're coming from. I also feel like in technical matches like this, where it's so catch as catch can, hold for hold, the match ending abruptly in a really well-placed pin is something I appreciate sometimes, because it just brings in the element of like realism, in that it can kind of stop at any time. These are two guys that have mastered the holds, have mastered pinning combinations, and you slip just a little bit, they can catch you and you can get pins, or they can catch you in a hold. So I kind of appreciated it in that light. I certainly loved the action that happened in the ring, just the holds and the transitions and everything. I am just a total nerd for that kind of stuff, that kind of world of sport type stuff. I was expecting a turn from Garcia. We did not see it here. Maybe it's going to happen down the line. Maybe it won't happen at all. It's just certainly how it looked when they had that 4-way match for this match. But yeah, I also feel with how abrupt the match ended, it could also open up for perhaps a rematch down the line.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep.
I'd like to see more.
Agreed. And you know what? Also, just another note on this match too. Even though it was a match that we were really looking forward to, it wasn't necessarily billed as like the star match of the show. No, so I think that might be the reason why it wasn't as long as it could have been.
Yeah, it probably deserved a little bit.
They didn't want it to like stand out above
maybe
all the other stuff. All right, we had a 3-way championship match for the AEW tag team titles. We had the Hurt Syndicate defending against FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, and Bandito and Brody King. This match was hella fucking fun, bro.
I think this was my match of the night.
We talked about it yesterday too. Do not understand for the life of me why David Meltzer, who's usually on our side, gave this 1 star. I think maybe he did.
Mind-bogglingly indefensible. I just don't get it. And I don't put much credence in what he rates matches. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. I always have been that way. But Jesus, like.
You think he was just sour over the fact that Ricochet and Gates of Agony came out and just like took the Hurt Syndicate away from the match?
Maybe, but it made sense. It made sense in the context of the match and the context of the story. And
also the context of MJF working with Ricochet and Gates of Agony, as well as Ricochet's history in the past with being rejected by the Hurt Syndicate.
Exactly, and they explained it on commentary. It made total sense. I don't know, man. It's a head scratcher. I don't get it. Normally, when I see his ratings, I say, oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's about where I probably would have rated it, if I had my own rating system. But at the end of the day, no, man, this is just.
I thought it was an awesome match. I will say this, though. I thought that the straight up tag team match between FTR and Brodito in order to get here was better than this.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. But I think that was one of the TV tag team matches of the year.
Yeah.
So, and the outcome was unexpected and awesome.
So satisfying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is such a fucking cool tag team, man. Yes, they kind of botched the monkey flip splash thing that they do. Sure. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, the result was just so satisfying, and everyone got a huge pop from the crowd. And, everyone came in expecting that FTR was going to win it, but it wasn't to be.
Not this time.
Nope. All right. World AEW Women's World Championship, Timeless Toni Storm defends against Athena. My first question is, like, maybe you saw it on Twitter or something. I could tell that Toni Storm was like cosplaying as someone. I just didn't know what it was.
I don't know
what it was?
No, I don't know the specifics. I'm sure something old Hollywood.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
But I don't know what it is.
She had like the British powder face look.
Yeah. She was wearing my face.
Dude, one of my favorite things about this match was just how quickly Tony approached Billy Starks and pile drove her on the floor. Just like right out the gate.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic. And Billy played a great part in the whole match. And I love Athena, but Toni is the best women's wrestler on the planet right now.
Yeah, definitely. Dude, this was an awesome match. Athena's that move that she does into the Koji clutch is ridiculous. I could watch that all day. It's like Austin Theory's old move.
Refresh my memory.
Ataxia.
Oh, okay.
And into the Koji clutch. It's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, this was an awesome match. I loved Mina Shirakawa coming out for reinforcement too.
Yep.
It's good that she was there. She's pretty close to the British scene, and I think she's signed to AEW at this point, right? Isn't Mina?
I believe so.
All right, she retained. Do you think that this was the right move for Athena to tap? Just because, like, it's kind of a definitive. She lost her chance. There's no like reasonable doubt that she could have done it.
Yeah, I think it was fine. Like I said, I think that she's the best. That Toni's the best in the world, and she should be making people tap out.
Yeah, but Athena, who's like built so much goodwill though as a champion and been so dominant and everything. Do you think that there should have been a little bit more to be desired for her to possibly have a rematch?
Dominated almost the entire match.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, but
that's fair. That's fair. I just hope I hope that the end of this feud, if this is in fact the end of this feud, it doesn't lead to Athena just kind of going back to Ring of Honor and doing her thing.
No, I would like to see
her. I want to see her on TV, and I want to see them build her back up as a championship contender.
Yeah.
All right. And you would think this was the main event, but it was not. But for the AEW Men's World Championship, Hangman Adam Page defended against MJF.
I loved this match, bro. Like, I know it was a little bit silly, but it was booked so well with the stipulations and the just all the fuckery that was involved. I really thought it was a great defense for Hangman.
I thought so too. Yeah. All the spots were just hit perfectly.
Again, Hangman doing something conflicting, you know what I mean, to win. It's just, it was, chef's kiss for me. I thought that this was, not necessarily my match of the night, just because, like I said, I really enjoyed the tag match and the outcome. I thought this was more predictable, but it was booked so well.
Yeah, I think just the only thing that kind of took me out of it was Bryce like passing out while doing the 3 count. I was like, I mean, but I also appreciated the effort at the same time.
I thought Bryce played a really good role. There was the callback to the Briscoe, incident. I thought it was well done.
Yeah. I like that as we predicted too, Mark Briscoe played a role in, preventing MJF from doing all his bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Finally, the main event of this show. Actually, it wasn't really on this show because they turned off the lights and declared that the show was over. And then they turned them back on. And there's zero liability for AEW.
Zero liability. Kenny and everybody is not cleared. Kenny is his band of fucking rubber band and fucking bandages.
Hey man, Kenny Omega was one of the more healthy people on his team in this match. And that says a lot.
Saying a fuck ton.
Yeah. What can I say about this? It was the fucking car crash match that we were expecting it to be. I think that the spot with Darby in his ear is just gonna live in my head, and maybe that's even more disgusting than any deathmatch stuff that I saw this week. Yeah, man, that was fucked up. I loved the bag of gummy bears for the Bucks, though. That was so funny.
It was awesome. Ospreay eating one towards the end of the match after they all been stepped on was almost as gross as Darby's ear to me.
I didn't even catch that, to be honest.
I caught it. I was like, But the super kick with all the gummy bears in the mouth. This Young Bucks gimmick is just really fucking good too. Everything about it makes me laugh. I think that Being the Elite's coming back.
You think so?
I do. I mean, they called it the BTE trigger. They had youtube.com/Being the Elite on their card on their entrance card. So I'm hopeful because I really was entertained by it. Granted, no more Brody Lee, but still there was some really good bits on that show, and it was a fun 20 minutes, half hour every week.
Yeah, man, you know me, I wasn't like super into it, but if there was a point on Being the Elite where they really got me to tune in every week, it was because of Brody Lee.
Absolutely.
And then it was kind of hard for me to like get back into it after that.
Yeah, I understand that. I get it. Yeah. But, like I said, it was a fun little inside wrestling bits and shit like that. It just it showed people's real personalities. I enjoyed it.
Right. Yeah, me too, man. This was a fucking hell of a match, and it was a hell of a show.
You know what I took most from this match? There is not a better sell artist in all of wrestling than Kota Ibushi. His sells are so fucking good.
Yeah.
And they make me laugh, which is even better.
What did you think of the spot with Gabe Kidd and Darby going through the table?
I thought it was fucking awesome.
Do you think that this might lead to Gabe Kidd against Darby in a one-on-one match at
probably.
A pay-per-view?
I don't know if it's even going to be a pay-per-view. It might just be on Dynamite, to be honest with you. And that's okay because fuck it. Give me good matches for free on TV. Like not everything is pay-per-view worthy.
No. I don't know. That match could be pay-per-view worthy, but I see where you're coming from.
It could be.
Yeah.
Very easily could be. But, I don't know, man. I think this was one of the shows of the year. From top to bottom. Did I
skip Okada versus Swerve?
I guess you did, didn't you?
I don't even think it's listed here. Wow, they didn't even cover it on the fucking rundown.
On the rundown,
I just remembered
for AEW's page.
Yeah, that wasn't my bad. That was AEW's bad.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate because that was a really good fucking match.
It was, and the one thing that we did see from this whole show was the obvious writing off TV of Ospreay and
Swerve. Yeah. So,
What do you think of Wardlow joining the Don Callis family?
Oh, I think it's the right fit. I think he's the perfect guy to be in there because I talked about it with Drew, and Drew made a good point that, all the guys in the Don Callis family are guys that kind of need Don Callis to be like the mouthpiece,
Yeah.
And I like the feeling of the Don Cal. Like, some people criticize the Don Callis family for being too big.
No,
I actually like that. I like the fact that he has like representatives from all over the world.
Yeah, I think it's a really strong faction, and I'm not against adding more people to it.
How
big was the Heenan family at
it's like the Heenan family. The Heenan family was huge.
Yeah, there was 10 or 12 people in the Heenan family at any given point. So,
right, I welcome it, man, and I think that Wardlow being a part of that, I definitely have some very negative feelings about Wardlow, and that was definitely the point of him coming in and just beating the shit out of Prince Nana. That upset me.
I mean, but it was good heel work. You know what I mean? And that's what it is.
Yeah.
I even thought the stare down from him and Takeshita really sort of was the cherry on top.
And I also think that this match between Swerve and Okada, it could be due for a rematch, because you could make the argument that Swerve wasn't very healthy for this match.
No,
he wasn't at 100%.
Swerve should be the one to beat Okada. We have a special guest run in from the show.
Oh, wow. Lincoln making his first appearance.
First and not last.
Wow.
He had to go to the doctor.
The way he's eating, I think he'll be cruiserweight champion in a year.
He had to go to the doctors today, but he's okay.
Good. Good boy.
All right.
So I want to address the elephant in the room.
By all means.
What we already did address. I did become a bit. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I am a deathmatch fan.
Deathmatch struck, baby.
I became a deathmatch fan this weekend, and I owe it to mostly to Bear Bronson, but a little bit even to someone I've trashed many times, Matt Tremont.
You have definitely dog shit on fucking Matt Tremont a lot of times.
Yes, I have.
Which that was all you, man. Like, I was kind of indifferent on Matt Tremont. I just watched that match, not wholeheartedly, but I watched it, and it was really good.
Yeah, the splash though, right?
The splash
was crazy,
wild.
Like, somebody that weight jumping off a scaffold.
Bear Bronson's back was just absolutely disgusting.
Foul. So Bear Bronson, who you guys might know from Bear Country, the Iron Savages, he's left AEW. He's gone on this amazing indie run, not only having great, normal matches, but he's really stolen the show as a deathmatch wrestler.
He won the deathmatch scramble.
He did.
And what show was the match with him and Slade on?
It was within the last couple of months. You can probably look it up.
Okay.
But not only, like, the way that they've told that story is like him and Slade have had this crazy fucking death match, and him and Slade, I guess, go back, and Slade like wanted to teach Bronson the way of the death match, and it's like Bronson was kind of learning from Slade during that match. It was cool. And so, like, Slade has been Bronson's deathmatch mentor, and then they like teamed up in a tag team match at the next show. I think it was against Dr. Redacted, who I also really like, and Mr. Danger, who I also like. And
so you're all in on this, buddy. You're all in.
It's fun, man.
Are you and John that much closer now?
I don't know if we're as close as Matt Tremont and Bear Bronson. Like, I wouldn't say that me and John are going to just hit each other ourselves over the heads with light tubes in a sign of solidarity. I don't know if you saw that part of the match.
I did see that bit.
What'd you think of that?
A little bit goofy, but hey,
Yeah.
it's deathmatch wrestling. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, man. I can't lie to you. I feel a little bit dirty.
You are a little bit dirty. My stance on death matches has not changed. I am still very much I won't say a hater, but I am it's kind of like horror movies to me. Like, it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
I don't
not
know.
to. I know that people that love them, and I encourage their love for those things. I just will not be one of them.
I don't know if I'm gonna sit down with John and watch a tournament of survival. I don't know if I'm there yet.
Oh, you're going to. I could see it happening.
You think so?
Yeah, totally. You're hooked.
I don't know if I want to even attend a deathmatch show either. I feel like I'd have
I
to
would
wear like a gas mask or something.
never attend a deathmatch show.
There's got to be a lot of chemicals in the air
No
for all the
fucking
plunder and
way.
shit.
No how would I ever attend a deathmatch show.
Well, you would attend a GCW show, right?
I have, but I wouldn't want to if there was a deathmatch on the show.
You wouldn't just like stand in the back and watch it happen?
I would have to stand at the back. I could not be that close, man. No.
I wouldn't either, but like I would stand in the back and watch it.
Yeah, there wasn't a deathmatch on the show that I was at.
Yeah.
I think it was probably because of North Carolina.
Yeah, the only GCW show I was at was in Queens, and I think that they have restrictions on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, in New York City.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's why they do everything in Jersey.
In Jersey, yeah. Yeah.
Everything's legal in Jersey. Shout out to my Hamilton fans.
Yeah, man. So guys, yeah, I know it sounds like I've taken quite the left turn with my opinion now, but you know what? YOLO, bro.
He's hooked.
YOLO.
He's hooked. It's all right, man. Love what you love, brother. Love what you love. No judgment here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless it's WWE, then I might judge you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think that's it, Dan. We don't have a strong opinion on the story everyone's talking about, which is Rampage Jackson's son beating up a wrestler.
Nearly killing a wrestler. Let's not sugarcoat it, but yeah, it's not worth talking about. It's a black eye.
Yeah. I think Rikishi's that's my opinion. I think Rikishi's a scumbag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sad to see. Fall from grace. As always, though, friends, follow us on Instagram at Smarknado, on Twitter at Smarknado1. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Please come and check us out tomorrow. We're having a big football show with a bunch of our friends. It's going to be at 6:30. We're going to do a lot of talk. Yeah.
Good times.
Great oldies. 98.3.
I got nothing else, man. So stay fresh, cheese bags.
Keep watching.